Milner says the red card galvanised Liverpool. Let's have a look at that sending off on his full debut, on his first game in a red shirt at Anfield. What went through Darwin Nunez's mind?
Well, we don't know. We saw Anderson pointing at him after the incident. I don't know what was going on. You could see him there, you know, having a little knock at each other. And then once this goes in, like, he says something to him. And then, you know, that's the reaction. And the thing with it is that I was surprised simply because Liverpool, that's not what they're about. They're not about reacting and doing it. So it's something he's going to have to learn quickly, because he obviously was very frustrated with the way it went. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say that Anderson's gone down for nothing. Look, he's tried to do that there. That's what it was. You see, he's trying to put his head into him, and he's saying to him, hey. And so now he's pushed him, and I can't see where the actual heads hit the face, but at the same time, you can't react like that. And Liverpool can't have players reacting like that, and that's why they've not had players reacting like that, because it means so much to them to be able to stay on the pitch against a very well-organised Palace side that are very dangerous on the break.
Point of view, now we can get the Liverpool one from their manager, Jurgen Klopp.
Point apiece, give us your thoughts on what you saw tonight.
Really good start in the game, exactly what we wanted. A lot of football, the kind of football we wanted to play. A lot of desire. We wanted to put it right. All these kind of things was all there. Unlucky in situations. Of course, the game plan for Palace was obviously defending deep and then going for counter-attacks. We gave him that. In the end, 2 opportunities, but the first one, proper one, when we should have won the ball. Obviously, protection was actually right. We were the 2v1 situation, Trent and Fab there, and then I think Essa still gets out there, or whoever it was, and that should not happen, and then it's difficult in the last line with the speed of Salah. But second half again, started a positive start, and then getting the red card. I saw it now back, that's of course a red card. Even when it's provoked all the time, but that's not how he should do it, how he should behave. And but then 4 minutes later, I think the equalizer, and then massive game from us against with 10 men, putting such an effort. Pitch Stadium was there. Was honestly the real feeling I have in the moment is I'm proud, to be honest, because everything went during the week against us. It was crazy. It was like a witch was in the building. Every time somebody else had problems, and then putting such a performance, especially with in the circumstances, I'm really proud of it.
We'll come on to the red card in a moment. You were so dominant, however, in the first half. What was your message to the players at half-time? Was it just more of the same?
Yes, but it was not the complete first half, at least as we saw it. It was like the first 30-35 minutes maybe, and then we started playing a little bit around. But that's actually when you play against a 5-4 and you play these passes into half spaces, so then that makes no sense. There they have the better chance to win the ball. They only have to clear it, and we have to control it. So we needed again more direction, get in behind this line of 5, and there we were really strong. And that's how then we could pick up second balls ourselves, and that's what was the message.
The red card for Nunez in the second half. How much in the end did he let his teammates down?
Look, he knows that now himself, and I will talk to him. It makes no sense when I talk now too much about it in public. You see it; it's absolutely not the reaction you want to see. The challenge in the centre halves, and the Premier League will do that to him. They want to have him. He's a handful himself, and that's not a reaction.
Perhaps most importantly, how will you as manager manage him now going forward through this?
There's no time. We get now another pre-season. I don't know exactly how long he will be suspended, but that's a situation, and so we will use it for physical work, not as a punishment, just to make him even stronger, and that's what we will try.
The way you got back into this game, perhaps it needed a special moment, such as the goal that Diaz scored, didn't it?
Oh yeah. Lewis played a super game, and then especially after the goal, he played for 3-4 players. It was unbelievable. He was nearly not to stop, and how I said, it was super intense game, and then with 10 men, you have to defend. Especially we didn't play the 4-4-1 if we want. Meant for him, Lujo defends the wing, where they try to cause us problems with the long balls there, and then picking up the second balls. So incredible goal, and of course we needed that. Then we had, I think, from the edge, two nice opportunities, one with Fabio and one with Mo, a bit unlucky there, but in the end it's a point that's not exactly what we wanted before the game, of course, but after this game, as all the things happened, we have to take it, and that's what we do.
On the plus side, what do you think of the contribution of Javier tonight? Top game. I saw so many really good performances. It's a really tough game, and especially for a technical player like him, and constantly in these kind of tight spaces, freeing yourself and these kind of things, he did really well. How much of a concern is 2 points from 2 matches, especially given the way you performed tonight?
That's not the start we wanted, but that's the moment actually my least of my problems, because well, I said we have our own situation. It's really tricky in the moment with injuries and players with the little things, and how you manage them and all those kind of things. So we have to use the next week to maybe bring 1 or 2 back. I'm not sure if we can do that, but now we lost Darwin today. That doesn't help. But Bobby might be ready for next week again. So yeah. It's not a concern, it's just a start. In the end, if you have 2 points in August and it's in May, then it's difficult, but now in the moment it's fine.
Appreciate your time.
Thanks.
A week tonight, of course, it's a trip to Old Trafford next for Liverpool to face Manchester United. He said he needed something special to make it 1-1. It was. Yeah. And it wasn't the only thing that Diaz did all night, was it?
No, he's a special player. He's joined the club and he just looks at home in that red shirt straight away. First game he looked at home. And this was just brilliant. It was almost like when they went down to 10 men, he thought, right, I'm going to take the game by the scruff of the neck myself, and I'm going to, play as if I'm worth 2 players, and he certainly did. I mean, he beat a few players here, whacked it into the cop end, give everybody a bit of belief again, but he's such a super player, energy, in and out of possession, and he can score goals. He needs to add goals to his game as well this season, and that's a good start.
It was always going to take something special like that because Palace was so organised. I thought that's what I was thinking with Nunez in the first half. I didn't think he linked the play very well. I didn't think he got Liverpool into areas like that where they could get that kind of space and maybe have a shot like that, or get the ball in through midfield, which I think they're struggling with at the minute. Harvey Elliott didn't have no space to really move in. To try and play the ball into areas where they could commit players in the middle of Palace, like between the centre halves and midfield, and force their way in and make those kind of chances. So it was going to take something like an individual goal like that for them tonight, because everything with Liverpool has to go out wide, and without Thiago, we see when Thiago's not playing, they're not as potent, and they need that midfielder to continue to get the balls into areas where they commit players, and that's what they missed tonight.
It was interesting to hear Jurgen Klopp talk about Darwin Nunez there. They say a week is a long time in football. He came off the bench and made an instant impact at Craven Cottage, as we talked about before the game. But then, let's be honest, all round, his full debut at Anfield tonight was something to forget, wasn't it?
One to forget, Steve, definitely. His link-up play, as Righty touched on, was average. I think he was on his heels there. He's got to come and